Hey everybody, it's time for another timeless pick a card reading with your bruddaZen, and in this one we're going to be talking about how we can transform anger when we're ready. And of course we come here to experience all of the lower vibrational emotions that are related to fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of losing conditional love. But when we're done, when we're ready to move past anger because we're bored with it or we're just tired of feeling it, we have a second choice to transform it into higher vibration, unconditional love. So in this reading, you have a choice between 1, 2, or 3. All of the timestamps for each reading are listed in the description box down below. So if you're wanting to jump ahead, you can do that. But we're going to start with number 1 right now. If you chose reading number 1, then this is the reading for you. And we are going to start off here with pulling a card from the Psychic Tarot Oracle, get the overall energy, and see what Spirit wants you to know around anger and transforming anger. So let's take a look here and see what is the foundation of the anger. Let's see here. Nope, none of those. Patience, maybe? Okay, here we go. And they want just the top one there. And we've got, okay. Patience and planning. So can't make that up. I guess it is patience. We can get angry and frustrated when things are not happening within the time frame that we think that they are supposed to be, right? So that's funny. Well, we definitely have that. So it it is the 7 of Pentacles, which is the one of the patience cards that comes up in readings quite a bit in the Standard Tarot. And it is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, and things go slow. And then we reach this ending point of finally, the fruit maybe arrives, but there's this frustration that we can have, this anger that is rooted in the fear that things are not happening within the time frame that we think they should be happening. The oracle card of this side of this says, good things come to those who wait. And this card signifies the qualities of patience and letting go of control. You can now pause, rest, assess, and rethink what's in front of you before continuing. And the number 7 physical card here reminds you to reevaluate the goals that you're seeking, your finances, and even your relationships. So take the time to review each area one by one, for there's no rush when you're planning for a successful future. And as you pause during this period, notice what has worked well for you in the past, not what you or others believe to be true, but in actual positive experiences. And while you're at the reflecting stage here, you can stand back and plan how you're going to handle potentially difficult, complex decisions and situations that may arise in the future. So there are a couple sides to the energy that comes in with the card. One is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, and trusting and having, faith that the Spirit and your invisible posse, your entourage, are having things, unfold according to how you're wanting them to eventually unfold. But there's also this, once you reach the end of it, you have this frustration and anger around feeling like you've wasted time because you get fruit and you're like, this isn't what I wanted, and you end up changing direction, and you might have some resentment towards yourself or others for feeling like you've wasted time. So there's some of that energy in here too. But we're going to look here at the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. And let's take a look here and see what other energy, what gateway, does Spirit wants you to know about here. Okay, I do want this one here. And we have the Sword of Light, divine protection, cords cut and breakthrough energy. Beautiful, beautiful energy there. And I like this brightness that comes in. We're just going to put that right there, and let's find the sword of light and see what this brings. So the sword of light is the main energetic tool of Archangel Michael, the Prince of Heaven. His name means he who is like God, and he's considered Source's right-hand man. He's the archangel who has chosen to guide and protect all light workers. Anyone who's feeling called to make a difference on this planet can be guided and supported by them. The sword of light has been pictured as both a spear of light and a lightning bolt. In either way, it's a powerful symbol of truth and spiritual power. And even though it's carried by Michael, it can be invoked by all of those working in the light to help them move beyond limitations and blockages and to sever cords of fear. Joan of Arc invoked it when she was going into battle. So to connect to this energy, visualize yourself engulfed in golden light. Say, sword of light, thank you for cutting the unnecessary cords that bind me to fear. And I stand in truth and light, fulfilling the call of my soul. And when this card comes to you, know that it is confirmation that you are walking the path of light and responding to pre-incarnation soul contracts to make a difference on the planet. It is also a sign that you have the opportunity to sever connections to fears and limitations. Energetic cords bind us to situations, loved ones, and even the past, but you are in transition now and detaching from unnecessary connections, dramas, and fears. Know that there will be a great severing at this time, and you might feel isolated for a moment as you will be reconfiguring your circle of trust and moving into a life that is greater in alignment with your highest good. Know that the cords that bind you to loved ones and soul family will remain intact. It's only the lower vibrational connections that are being severed. Expect breakthroughs and doors of opportunity opening for you. And if you feel strongly connected to Archangel Michael, know that his energy is with you now. Wow. I love that coming in here for you, because obviously there's this planning, this changing, and this, reminds me of the Ace of Swords, which is in the tarot, and is this seeing things from a higher place, seeing things from unconditional love and from the capital T truths, which help cut away the small t truths. So the patience and the planning, there's this change where you've been investing time and energy and resources into a plan that was not yours. It was a dream that was given to you when you were younger. But this, you're realizing, well, I don't want to have an apple orchard anymore. I chose an apple orchard because everyone else wanted apples and apple pie and apple fritters and apple juice, blah, blah, blah. And so we chose that. But now that we realize, and we've come to this place where the fruit is growing and we're like, I feel empty. I don't feel like this is to my purpose. You're wanting guacamole, so you're looking at, purchasing an orchard of avocados instead. So there is this transformation and this change that's coming in with those here. And then we're going to pull from the energy oracle cards here and see what else they want you to know about the energy of this anger and this, how to transform it. Realizing that, like it said, you had soul contracts and soul things to deal with here. And no moment is ever wasted. When part of the anger we have is like, oh no, I have to backtrack. It's like, no, you learned so much on purpose, for a purpose. So no moment is ever wasted, because we do come down here for experience, and we are experiencing every moment. Wow. And then you have the World card coming in, card number 29. Beautiful card there. We're going to put that one right here. And let's see what comes in with this one for you. Expansion, opening up. Yeah, so perfect. So the person in the picture here is looking out over the bay, above which the beautiful sphere of the earth is rotating. And this card is reminding you to expand your vision and contemplate some much broader options. The world is wide, so there's a lot out there to consider. And in the modern age of technology, this could specifically be referring to creating or expanding to a more global network through the internet or social marketing. And drawing this card also lets you know that you have unlimited resources available to you, and now is the time to think big. And as they say, the world is your oyster, so get ready to gobble it up. Affirmation for this card here: my life expands into boundless horizons with unlimited powerful energy. A world of possibilities is open to me now. Boom. So there you go. It definitely is saying that, some of the frustration also comes in with anger here, with timing, is that I have played it small. I have felt small. I've felt trapped. But there's this expansion that it's definitely saying the old ways, it's not really fulfilling you. You're ready for new ways. You're ready for this, seeing the world in a completely different way. Reminds me of like the Two of Wands, that usually has someone holding the world in their hands. And it is this change, this transformation, choosing where you're investing your energy and, where you're investing your resources, your mind, your thoughts, your heart, everything. What choice are you choosing, right? So I like it. And then we're also going to pull from the Oracle of the 7 energies and see what they want you to know as well around this lower vibrational anger energy and the transformation of it. Okay. And they have this one right here. All right. Well, there you go. Let it go. So the old way, the old fruit that, was growing there. It's like, but I've invested so much time. I've invested so much, into growing this and caring for it, telling everyone about it too. I know that sometimes is like, we've said so much about something. We're like, well, it'd be embarrassing now to change it up. But no, you're living your dream. You're living your expansion. So I love this coming in here for you too. So the key concepts of this energy are forgiveness, healing resentments, shredding the role of the eternal martyr, letting go of victimhood, cutting the ties that bind you to a destructive story, releasing pain so you can move into the lesson it offers, and relinquishing the need to be right. And it says there are times in life when you must forgive, lest you become a hostage to your anger, frustration. Oh my God, it's such anger at the very beginning. I was like, blah, 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 right through it, right? But there are times in life when you must forgive, lest you do become a hostage to your anger. Also, your frustration we talked about, disappointments, and resentments. This is not about condoning their behavior or minimizing a hurt that appeared in your life. Forgiveness is simply a commitment to stop telling an old story. One of these said that too. So you don't carry its burden anymore. If you don't forgive, old hurts fester and become distorted, causing you pain over and over again. You become trapped in a prison of your own making, tied to the story that you were a victim. It's time to cut the invisible cords. I think one of these talked about cutting cords. Yeah, cords cut with this one. Oh my God, I love it. So it's time to cut the invisible cords attaching you to the situation and preventing you from moving forward. The truth is, you are victimizing yourself every time you recreate the unresolved hurt in your mind or speak of it with friends. Rather than allow this folly to repeat, Surrender the situation to your higher power. Now is the time for radical forgiveness. Say no to drama in all forms and forgive yourself and others for engaging in it. Consider the ancient Hawaiian practice known as Ho'oponopono, and the simple prayer is a beautiful way to begin the process of forgiveness. And the 4 parts of the prayer: I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you, I love you. It's based on the idea that we are all responsible for the reality we see in the world. And if something is awry, whether it's your perception, your emotional reactions, your judgment, and so forth, it's up to you to clean it up. And forgiveness is the key to a liberated and meaningful life. No matter what method you choose, just do it. Yeah, I love it. One of the most beautiful things I heard about forgiveness is when we choose to no longer be a vessel of pain because of someone else's choices, someone else's words or actions, or someone else's non-words or non-actions. We, like I said, we don't negate the actions that happened. We just forgive and release the person from the wrath. We release them and then we pour out the pain. And then we become a vessel of love instead. So I like it. I like it. I like it. And then we're going to just pull some tarot of the mystical moments just for your final messages here. So what else would you like group number 1 to know about anger? 1 and 2 and 3. All right. So what we got here. So the first card that came out is the Queen of Cups. Yeah, the Queen of Cups, she rules over emotion, and then all the queens are given a second portion of emotion, and it's about diving deep. There are some emotions that are flowing around down underneath the surface here, and if you feel like, well, I don't know if I have anger, I don't know where this anger is coming from, doing some child work, diving deep into the inner emotions can help you find the clarity there and transform things, because a lot of our anger that happened, especially 7 years old and under, that's when our emotional body is created, and a lot of times we don't know, we're not taught how to flow through those and allow ourselves to feel them. And if we don't do it, then it's stuffed down there, and it's just like us talking about, festering down underneath under the surface. But we can find ways to bring that up and to have our inner child process it. So I feel like that's an important piece of this. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles is the hermit's journey. Here is Spirit with us. Finding a new way of looking at our worth in relationship to the outside world, the world. So we begin to see ourselves differently. We begin to see the world differently. And, letting the stuff go, letting the old ways, the old things that we're tied to go, allows us to have this transformation and transition as well. Yeah, and here's the 5 of Swords. Swords are our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets, our attitudes, our expectations. And with this Ace of Swords here, it actually allows us to stop the mental conflict we have inside, or the verbal conflict that makes its way to the outside world, where in the past, the anger arises when we are so tied to a belief that we will try to prove that our small t truth that's rooted to fear of losing conditional love, fear of failure, fear of rejection, that we try to prove that ours is more true than their small t truths. But we learn with this sort of light, connecting to the capital T truth of the higher realm, that true truth doesn't need to be defended. It just is. And it's just the small t truths that are rooted in opinion and are not true. They're rooted to fear that they are not true. And that's why we try to protect them. But as you connect more to this higher truth, you don't feel the need to protect this small t truth any longer. And you allow everyone else to have whatever truths they have in the moment, knowing that the perfect timing, they too will open up to this capital T truth, and peace will come into their life, but you can have peace in your life before all that. So I love this for you all that you chose reading number 1, and I'm excited for where you're headed and what you're leaving behind and what you're headed to. And if you are looking for more messages of love from above, there's a couple things that you can do. First, for this video, you can give it a little thumbs up. That tells me you're enjoying the content, but it also tells YouTube that you are, and they'll bring more of the same. The other thing that you can do is click that subscribe button. It does give you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the option for all, it will let you know when new videos come out on this channel, and also when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. Also, these are general readings, and if you are looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings. All that information is listed down in the description box below. Also, if you do things like you like the channel, or like the video, share the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. Doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so crazy, giddy, happy, excited, wants to automatically share the videos with other individuals as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things I mentioned, please know I'm very, very grateful. All right, beautiful people, as you're going through your adventure, please know that every second of every day of your life that you, yes, you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things, our Creator, and of course, I love you too. So until we chat again, hang in there. Much love to you, and we'll see you soon. If you chose reading number 2, then this is the reading for you. And we are going to start off here by pulling a card from the Psychic Tarot Oracle, just to get the overall energies on where the anger originates, or what Spirit wants you to know about transitioning anger. So for those that chose reading number 2, all right, I actually want this one right here. So let's take a look and see. Well, we have the Truth, card number 20 here. And we're going to put that right here. And this card here is normally the Judgment card in the regular tarot. And usually when I get the Judgment card, this is like a calling from your higher self to leave old ways behind and move into new things. There's this, truth, like it says, the capital T, truth of life is showing itself. And that can be, I feel like the anger that comes in here is the fear that gets ignited when we are shown that our small t truths are no longer, they're shown for the lies that they are, and that does shake our foundation, right? When we're asked to come here, come hither, come higher, look at things from a different perspective, and we're kind of embarrassed. That's the fear. We're like, oh my gosh, if that's not correct, then that's not, and that's not. It's like our whole foundation kind of gets shaken. And the oracle comes in here. It says the qualities of this card illustrate spiritual awakening, clarity, the revelation of truth, and cosmic consciousness. At times it takes a wake-up call to get your attention and show how far you need to go. And this card comes forth to do just that. Evaluation of the past, along with lessons that you've learned or still need to understand, must now be a top priority. Doing so will enable you to forgive, accept, and heal so that you can move forward in a balanced spiritual mindset. The Truth card reminds you that a significant change can be made in certain areas of your life. But don't make any hasty decisions. Take your time, for any choices or alterations must be weighed and evaluated with the most careful and wisest of judgments. Whatever steps you take now will have far-reaching consequences, more than you'll ever know. And using the powers of the universe and blending them with a little help from the physical world will assist you in bringing about clarity and a shift of awareness. What was once not obvious will now be realized and understood. So be honest with yourself and trust what you know to be true. Again, the Judgment card, usually they'll have like, you know, I think they have scales on here. You have you're standing on one scale and there's a big scale on the other side too. So you're kind of weighing yourself, weighing your truth, really looking, and it's like there's this fear, this anger is rooted in the fear of not knowing who we are, feeling this like everything is being wiped off a table and we don't know what is to be put back on there. You know, we had all this stuff, all these opinions that were given to us, this fear that are rooted in fears of failure, fears of rejection, fears of losing conditional love. And we were just, you know, everyone was handing us stuff and we just kept on putting it on the table. We had this packed table of all these small t truths, beliefs, right, that have made the scales way out of balance because we were just piling on top of here. But it's like we're pushing everything off and there's this empty feeling, and the anger is the fight in the fight or flight, because if anyone ever tells us you're wrong, especially if they point a finger, right, you're like, grr, right? We want to fight for our small t truths. So I feel like that's the energy we're dealing with starting off here. But we're also going to pull here from the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. And let's take a look and see what else they want us to know about what's coming in here. So what else? For those that chose pile number 2, okay, they do it this one here. And we've got angelic frequency. Angels are here, you are safe, and potent connection. Beautiful. I like that energy coming in here with this, you know, our higher self. Usually there's an angel drawing us with the Judgment card higher to a higher place. With that too. And let me take a look here and we'll see what this brings in. There it is. So the angelic frequency is the energy of the angels and the angelic kingdom, which is aligned to service, devotion, authenticity, and love. And when this frequency comes to us, it's because the gateway of our heart has aligned with it. We've essentially become an angel upon the earth. Angels are the heartbeats of Source, and so when we're in touch with the angelic realm, we're also connected to the heart of God. Yeah. So this card features a being of light. The streams of light surrounding it are the angelic frequency pouring down to light up our life. And this image also unlocks our soul memories of our guardian angel. Before we were in this life, we danced across the midnight sky as the universe follows the law of attraction. And our angel was attracted to us because our likeness was also in them. So we became connected, and since then, our angel has been with us through every lifetime and every experience. To connect to this energy, visualize yourself surrounded by golden light to attract the angelic kingdom into your world. Silently say, "Thank you, angels, for reminding me of your presence. It feels so good to know you're here." And then welcome in their light. The message for this card to you is that angels are drawing close at this time, so be open to signs and synchronicities that confirm this. It's important for you to know that through your actions, your choices, and service, you've upgraded your spiritual connection and your frequency. Rejoice, for you may be rewarded with abundance and blessings at this time. And you've been making choices that are not just for your own greater good, but for that of all those around you. Your guardian angel is with you now, helping you remember your infinite power and potential. Reach for the stars and trust that all the efforts you've been making, both internally and externally, will bring blessings and opportunities. The path you are on is aligned to your highest good, and the support you need is there for you. You are cherished by angels. Beautiful. Yeah, so this angel, your higher self, pulling you into these higher truths. You're also surrounded, of course, by all your angels, your spiritual entourage. You are supported in this, that you are protected. And even though we might have this embarrassment and this feel like we need to protect small truths to others and to ourselves, that as the more we focus on the higher truths rooted in unconditional love, we kind of have this ace of swords that's given to us that allows us to cut away the small t-truths. So the balancing comes in. The more you connect with the higher truths, more is put on that scale, right? So it can move slowly, but if we add on to this side of the scale while at the same time cutting away small t truths rooted in fear, we have this balance that comes in even faster. So I like that. And then we're also going to pull here from the energy oracle cards. And let's see what else they want to bring in here. Run this energy of anger. All right. I do want this one right here. So I destroy everything. All right. Wow, Healer of the Ages, card 51. Beautiful, beautiful. Christ consciousness energy. We'll put that right here. Let's see what energy this brings in. Health and vitality. So this powerful being brings the force of ancient wisdom and profound healing. The light of divine consciousness pours from their hands and their feet, flowing to you with love and a powerful healing intention. This amazing entity is with you now, bringing resolution to physical, mental, and emotional ills, helping to unblock stuck energy and revitalize your life force. You may have felt this strong presence recently, or you may just be opening to the wonderful sensations now. You can call upon this emissary of miraculous transformation whenever you need vitality, balance, or renewal. And know that at the deepest level, an important healing is taking place. Yeah. And the affirmation for this card: the powerful healing of eternal love is with me now and always. Divine consciousness fills every cell. I'm whole, healthy, have vitality, and I am at peace. Wow. Yeah, so definitely balance in this truth of unconditional love, of eternal love. All this powerful, powerful energy from up above is transforming. You know, when we're focusing so much energy at the lower frequency, lower vibrational energies, it grows. Whatever we focus on the most is what grows and expands. And even though we might have some anger around being misled or battling people over our small t truth, trying to prove that it's more truer than their small t truth, there is this release that comes through all of this too. And then the last oracle we'll pull from here is the oracle of the 7 energies. So let's take a look here and see what else does Spirit want you to know here. And then we'll pull some tarot. All right. So that is it there. And we've got the Oracle's Gift, card number 37. It's like the Ace of Cups, which is the unconditional love from above. But we'll see what energy that brings in here. So the key energies of this are second sight, clairvoyance, seeing the future, fate as a future determined by the choices you make now, seeing the signs around you, and recognizing potentials versus absolute determinism. And it says when we ask for a sign from the universe, we are essentially asking for divine guidance that we believe needs to come from a source outside of us. And this is because we don't always trust our intuition, our ability to read between the lines and see beyond time and space. And so we ask for signs and look for a mystical reassurance that our mundane lives don't seem to offer. However, an oracle simply provides an answer that's already inside of us. Oracles show up in a myriad of ways. Sometimes you see a billboard or hear a song or pull an oracle card and you get the exact message you need to support your choices or show you the way forward. Regardless of how the sign appears, an oracle is a reminder that you are part of the vast universe. You are witnessed by the great, capital G, great, capital M, mystery, and you're loved and you're cared for. It's a reminder that life is magical. You are magical. And today, trust in your own capacity to know what is right, to tune into source, and also be able to read the signs reflecting what is true, truth, and real within you. Let this oracle give you the gift of knowing that you are indeed on the right track. And repeat the mantra, the light within me creates miracles in my life. The magic is inside you, outside you, all around and within you. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful. So there definitely the message for you that have chose reading number 2 here definitely has to do with that you are protected, you are guided, you are being drawn into finding this capital T truth within you to bring this beautiful balance into your life. And then lastly, we're going to pull here from the Tarot of Mystical Moments, and let's see what their final messages are here for you. Okay. Actually, I feel like this one, and this one, and this one. All right. So we'll start from the bottom here. Yeah. Well, here we go. King of Swords. So I talked about the swords, the Ace of Swords here. Kings, they roll over thought, belief, mindset, all of our truths, right? But all the kings are given a second portion of air, which make them the master of thought and belief and mindset. And with this Ace of Swords, that is what is allowed or given to you, and it allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm. It allows you to be set free from the small t truths. So definitely this energy that's coming in here is all about the truth, all about seeing things from a different perspective. And then you have the Five of Pentacles. So a lot of these beliefs that are being questioned and overturned here have to do with your feelings of worth. This starts off as energy of feeling abandoned, left out in the cold, left behind, a lot of emotions around lack, and all of the small t truths are what create these cages that make us feel small and unloved and incomplete in those abandoned feelings. But that's what's being released here. That's what's being transformed. These feelings of being small and trapped and restricted, and those small t truths. That's what happens, you know. We come down here to experience this, so we don't beat ourselves up with believing the small t truths. Because we came here to go to this giant amusement park full of fear rides and to experience what it might feel like to be small and caged and abandoned and all those emotions that come with us. But when we're ready, we have this second choice, like we talked about in the intro, that I don't have to believe these anymore. And I find that by I was going to say capitalizing, but diving deep into who we really are and understanding who we are, and that's what releases it from there. Yeah, and here's the Two of Swords. Some more swords. Two of Swords is great. It's like it tells us in life when we're unsure of what to do next, we close our eyes and open our heart. And that allows us to see the truth, and it allows us to make choices from a place of unconditional love and higher truth instead of the lower vibrational fears, that all these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, popular opinions that were stuck in our heads when we were growing up, right? So there is this release and this freedom that comes through all this. Wow, I love this for you, all of you that chose reading number 2. There is definitely freedom that comes as these things balance out in our life. Now, if you want more messages of love from above, in addition to these readings, what you can do is, for this video, give a little thumbs up, because that'll do 2 things. One, it tells me that you are enjoying the content, and it also tells YouTube that you're enjoying the content, and YouTube will bring you more of the same. The other thing you can do is click that subscribe button, because that gives you access to the notification bell. And if you go into the notification settings, select all, then it will it'll let you know that when I post new readings, I'll get it out of my mouth here, that new videos that come out on my channel, but it also lets you know when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings as well. In addition to all of that, when you like this video and share it with other people, subscribe to the channel, comment on any videos, it makes the YouTube algorithm so crazy, giddy, happy, excited, wants to automatically share these videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of that, please know I'm very, very grateful. Also, these are general readings. If you want even more specific information and answers for your specific life, you can check out the description box of the video down below, because I do offer personal recorded readings, and it gives you all the information on how you can request any of those. All right, beautiful people, as you're going through this amazing journey of capital T truths, just know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, and of course I love you too. So until we chat again, much love to you. You hang in there, and you take care. If you chose reading number 3, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off pulling a card here from the Psychic Tarot Oracle, just to get the overall energies of where the anger is coming from, or what they want us to know about transforming it. All right, so here is your card. We will start off here. And we've got spiritual strength. And this is the 9 of Wands coming in here. And look at that beautiful lifting away of things. So the spiritual strength card, this is normally, like I said, the 9 of Wands, which does have to have some energy of the inner hermit that comes with it, because the hermit card in the major arcana is the number 9. So there is this transformation that comes in here. I feel like where the anger is originating with this is the anger of bumping your head constantly up against a wall. In the regular tarot, you would see someone with a bandage on their head, and it's because I feel like they were bumping and they couldn't get past some sort of energetic block in their life. So I like this, that there is this movement, this because they will show like someone holding one of the 9 ones that was in the wall, keeping us from moving forward, but stepping into our power has created a space in the wall for us to step through. So this card, it says here, is coming forth to give you encouragement and remind you that you have the inner strength to complete whatever you've been working on. This final spirit card represents courage, discipline, stability, and persistence. You may be tired or weary from the struggle, but now is not the time to give in. Instead, tap into all of your inner reserves for that one final push to achieve the desired outcome. You've been through so much to get to this point, and even though you may have acquired some scars from the battle, you're wiser and stronger for it. The enlightenment you've gained will be an invaluable resource. And you may also notice that you're experimenting with different things in your life at this time, All of these experiences feeding your spirit and offering you knowledge for the future. All right. So we like this energy coming in because you are definitely transforming through it all. And it's about persevering, not... and it's the perseverance was not giving up. And, when we do what we've always did and get what we've always gotten, we change. That's insanity, right? It's doing the same thing, expecting a different result. Well, the reason why this is changing is because you are looked at things, you've reevaluated things, and there's this ending and this beginning that is coming in here too. We're also going to pull here from the Gateway of Light activation and see what else they want you to know here about this anger of having beaten your head up against the wall for so long, and then now you are having this movement. I really like this one right here. So let's see what comes in here. Chamber of the Violet Flame. Karmic release. Radical transformation. I like it. Yeah, definitely. All these purples coming in here. Connecting to this, your crown chakra. Seeing things from a higher perspective has really helped with you too here. And let's see what more messages comes in here. So the Violet Flame is a spiritual retreat space that holds a powerful energy of transformation and transmutation. It can be visited in meditation and invoked through prayer and affirmation. Spiritually, it's seen within a chamber, often as a giant roaring flame, and sometimes with silver and gold shining through the violet. When we connect with the violet flame, we are being given the opportunity to detach from lower vibrational experiences and turn darkness into light. Ultimately, this is the gateway of alchemy. Alchemy is the art of turning lead into gold. And so from an energetic perspective, the violet flame is where we place all that is leaden and heavy in our life and turn it into a golden opportunity. To connect to this energy, visualize a fiery violet light streaming down from the heavens and washing over your entire life. And set the intention that you are willing to transmute all fear and experience light once more. Your message for this card says, when you receive this card, know that the violet flame of transformation has been brought to you by your angels and guides. They're encouraging you to see that you are in a space of radical transformation. Transformation can be overwhelming, but know that the hand of the divine is leading the way. All past trauma is now being cleared from your energy. Stay focused on releasing all of the energies that are no longer serving you. And the violet flame is here to transmute fear into love. If any fear is rising up inside you now, know that it is simply a call for love. Call in the strongest form of love you know, and allow those in your inner circle to support you through this transformational time. You're an alchemist with the capacity to take all the leaden aspects of your life and turn them into golden opportunities. You can align your life with the divine plan now and live it in a more purposeful way. Yeah, here we go. Perseverance, the spiritual strength, all coming in here, allowing you to transform this anger that you felt before of being held back and not being able to move forward. But because you are connecting higher, because you are asking for assistance from the higher realms, you're getting the clarity of what your true high heart actually wants in your life. And that's why you were being held back. That's why you were bumping and trying to get into somewhere that was not meant for you, that's not where you really truly wanted to go. And that's why there were these blocks before. And as soon as you realize what your real truth is, how you uniquely want to share that unconditional love in your heart with the world, boom, doors opened and you're like, oh, I can go through here. And it's opening and allowing you to go forward, and you're realizing, oh, that's why it was locked, because behind it was a huge lion and it would have eaten me. But now this is the route that I want to go. So I like that. All right. And then we're going to pull from the Energy Oracle. And let's see what else they have for you. What the energy of, nope, none of those. The energy of your anger transforming. All right. That is your card here. Let's see what we've got here. Second chakra, Archangel Ariel. Beautiful, beautiful card. That being, of course, the sacral chakra, which is our relationship one-on-one with other individuals. And this is about intimacy and creativity. So the second chakra vibrates in the energy of the beautiful angel Ariel, and she sends a bright orange energy, promoting inspired creativity and greater comfort with intimacy. And when this card appears here upright, it's urging you to get creative. Let yourself reach out into unexplored areas of self-expression and new projects that may have a more creative approach. It's also a time when the energies of closeness with others, nurturing yourself, can flow more freely. You can now open yourself to the emotional intimacy that may be coming your way. So nurture yourself and be ready to receive the affection and camaraderie of the resonant souls around you. The affirmation for this card is, my second chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state. I am creative and self-nurturing, more and more comfortable with the gentle ways of intimacy coming my way. Wow, so very perfect here. I like this new direction. Obviously, it's something that's more in alignment with your higher self, and it's allowing you to look at your life in a different way and with more creativity, like it's saying, in a way that was outside of the old ways of doing things, right? The ways that we've been taught with our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that we've grown up with. And this is about seeing things from this higher perspective. When you add 3 to 6 together, you get the 9 up here too, which I like. Right? And then the final oracle card. This will be coming from the Oracle of the 7 Energies. So let's see what else they want you to know here. You got the Roots of Abundance, card number 2. Beautiful card there. Put that right there for now. And let's see what this brings in. Of course, it's the root chakra. So you got the root, and you got the sacral, and then you have the crown at the top. So everything else in between. So the key energies of this one is about being stabilized by deep roots, anchoring yourself and feeling secure in your life, and trust and belief in abundance. And this card signals you to pay attention to how you're anchored in the story of your life. Trust that you will be taken care of. The world is full of limitless potential and will nourish you according to your beliefs, regardless of temporary outer conditions. You are not a victim of life. Life happens for you, not to you, even if you sometimes slip into that way of thinking. If you're grounded and internally steadfast, nothing can uproot you, and you have the ability to manifest your intentions with ease. The message here is simple. Your life is safe and secure, and your intentions are coming to fruition. All your hopes and dreams are firmly grounded and taking root so that you can reach for the stars in your life and expand your dreams further than you can imagine. Everything in the material world is a reflection of your interior world. So everything in the material world out there is a reflection of your interior world. You are unstoppable and unshakable because you believe that you are abundant. So know that you can easily move from merely surviving to thriving when you pay attention to staying grounded. If you find yourself in ungrounded thinking, now's the time for radical trust. Growth never follows a straight line. You will manifest what you need when you need it. A tall, healthy tree doesn't need to hold on to the ground for dear life. It knows it will not fly away with the wind because its roots are planted deep into the earth. Wow. So deep roots and reaching to the heavens, right? And that's important, you know. The tree is a beautiful representation of our life. If it doesn't have roots going into the ground, the first wind that comes topples a tree. If all a tree is roots and no branches, there's nothing for fruit to grow on either. And so we dive deep into our human experience and get rooted in who we are within this humanity. But then we also reach toward the heavens with the branches and connect to the higher realms. And in between is where we learn and grow and experience it all. I like it. And then lastly, we're going to pull here from the Tarot of the Mystical Moments. And let's see what your final messages are. Okay, that's one. Okay, and then they want these two here. So your first card here, 10 of Cups. So 10 of Cups is super emotional, filling up and overflowing out to the world. So all of this beautiful, all the fears that we've had before that have held us back in these situations. Here is like this. It's like this promise that if you do these things, if you connect with this violet flame, and if you go, into these energies and into this higher place, that you feel like you are emotionally full because you're connecting to the unconditional love of the higher realms, which then flows out and fills up all other of the cups that we're looking to fill through the outside world as well. And then you have the King of Pentacles. Wow. So abundant, definitely abundance in the outside world, filling up and overflowing there. So you've got the outside world feeling full and complete. You've got your inner world feeling full and complete, which is what it was talking about. When you feel this way on the inside, you have no other way to feel but like this on the outside, because how we feel on the inside, we do feel on the outside. We don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. So as it transforms on the inner world, then the outer world also changes up. And then you have the Ace of Wands. New passion, new drive, new excitement for life. And you realize wherever you were focusing your energy before is what grew and expanded and, we drew to us. So when we focus on higher vibrational things and gratitude, we draw in those things to our lives. And when we focus on the lower vibration like we did before, we draw those in too. So there is this movement of the lower vibrational chakras, which are the red, the orange, and the yellow, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. They meet in the heart. They meet in the green here, which is the heart chakra, which then also brings in and balances out the throat chakra, the third eye, and the crown chakra. So it's a wonderful place to meet. And feels like there's this balancing energy that's coming in, this wonderful awareness that's coming in here as we move from these feelings that we've had before of hitting against a wall, not being able to go where we thought we were wanting to go, but we've got this alteration, we've got this change of moving through barriers and moving in directions that we're wanting to go because of our connection to the spiritual realm. So I love this for you, all of you that chose reading number 3. And if you are looking for more messages of love from above, there's a few things that you can do. For this video, you can give it a little thumbs up by clicking the like button. That tells me you're enjoying the content, and also tells YouTube that you're enjoying the content, and it'll bring more of that to you. The other thing you can do is click that subscribe button. That gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go into the notification settings, if you choose the all option, it will tell you when new videos come out on my channel, and it will also tell you when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. Also, doing those things, you know, clicking the like button, sharing the video, commenting on the video, subscribing to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so crazy, giddy, happy, excited, it automatically shares my videos with other people as well. So if you're interested in doing any of those things I mentioned, please know I'm very, very grateful. Also, doing all that, you are part of the love tsunami and you help spread the love, so I very, very much appreciate that. These are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings. All that information is listed in the description box down below. All right, beautiful people, as you're going through your amazing journey here, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. All right, beautiful, beautiful souls. Until we chat with each other again, please know that I send you much love. I hope you hang in there and you take care of yourselves, and we will see you next time.